Hello and welcome to Let's Play Final Fantasy VI. We've just reached the top of the tower in Zozo. So, yeah. Running shoes. They sound different to sprinting shoes. And I have to, I'm never gonna give you up. Do I still get to... Oh, can't do it. Just can't. Cool. Terra! Ramuh. Ramuh. Rami Malak. Technically she called her Terra, we just followed suit. I like the weird sounds of her moving around. Undamaged. She isn't cracked. No signs of wear or tear. Excuse me. Human ambition screwing things up again. So the Empire. So the Empire is aware of this Esper realm. And being that Terra is basically part Esper and part human, she is almost like the end goal of what Emperor Gaston wants to create. So he's using her as a stencil of sorts. I mean, she don't look normal, does she? Yeah. Within every man, or within every person, there are two people warring against one another. So in many of the Final Fantasy games, especially all the earlier ones, there's a focus on crystals. Let's see, Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4. I think all the first 5 games have like the crystals of earth, fire, wind, and water. But the 6 is where they started to diverge from that idea of crystals. But if you look at all the Final Fantasy games, there is generally always a recurring theme of crystals still in it, the crystals that play a large part. So in 6, it's the Magicite, the remains of the Espers when they die, are what imbue people with magical powers, and what Emperor Gastel seeks to collect to forge his invincible army. In 7, it's materia, all that stuff like black materia or the big materia. 8 is a hard one to kind of judge. He's still able to be conscious. Hey, got our first Magicite. 8, Stray. Sorry, let's see what these are. Siren and Kirin. Cool. So in 8, the crystal could refer to a few things, but I believe it's referred to as the lunatic Pandora. There's a giant pillar of crystal. I think that's the only real reference to crystals in their game. 9, it's the different charms of each nation. 10, again, a bit dicey, we could say it's the spheres in the cloister trials for each game. Anyway, so these are we now have summons, and unlike in some other games where only summoners can summon, this game, I believe anyone can summon them. So Stray confuses, silences, recovers, and lightning elemental. What is interesting though is that using these guys, you can teach anyone magic from that particular summon knows. So, for example, I could now have Locke as my healer, or as more support sort of thing. And the learn rate is basically how quickly they learn it, how many magic points which you get at the end of battle, or will do now. And you can see at the bottom with some of them, at level up magic power +1, level up HP +10%. So it now means whenever I level up anyone, they get that particular buff, which will be pretty decent. So if I want to have someone as a tank, this would be the way to go. But yeah, let's see how Terra's doing. Oh, you guys are here. So who's looking after Marsh? I like this little montagey thing. Gal taking the unconventional route. I guess she'd know better than anyone. But you were one of the leading generals in the army. Surely you should have been aware of the use of espers at some point. I mean, given the fact that when we infiltrate it, you can see them. And I think this is why it's widely considered that Locke is the protagonist, because his ability still is so useful. I say it's not actually that useful, but to be able to get certain items early or at all, you need him there. And so he basically comes along for the party or comes along for the ride regardless. So Sellers is joining us. So that's likely half our party already locked down. Well, so who do you want to come with? I'm gonna take Gao and Cyan as he has more beefier defense, or HP even, not defense. So we leave Nash under the protection of the Figaro brothers. No longer have the ability to hit everyone, but got 4 party members, so should be able to take most things out relatively easily, regardless. Just curiosity, really. And there's a ghosty man now. Sure. Okie dokie. I should probably do some research into who I want learning what. So, stamina, HP, magic power. So, Stray is probably someone I'd want. Well, actually, I wouldn't mind having him on either Edgar or Sabin for previously mentioned reasons. But for now, I guess it's probably best to go for that. Who has the highest or lowest HP? 680, 684, so technically still has, but so we'll go for Gao. The concept of Gao using magic is weird, but yeah, alright. The old man can go with the old man. There. Rightio, back to Jador. I'm going to have... Let's have Cyan up front. Samurai lead the party. Right, let's have a look, see what these Espers can do, shall we? Kirin. Woo! Nice. Siren. Save Ramuh for last. Yep. Straight, no. And then Ramuh will likely finish him off. That was Kate Sith. Never noticed that before. Oh, never remembered that. That was okay. Yeah, blind yourself. Where are you? So, yeah, I've got Stray Cat. Also, funny story, Rodox is actually pretty powerful. Yeah, so, I forgot what the name of the move was now. I missed it, but, yeah, I can just one-shot things. Just shoot if I get the right move. What's it called? Like Swallow or something, or... I'll use it again so we can try and show off. Mind Candy. No, there's 4 of them, so it should work. Rage Rodox. Oh yes, so even though you've got the Esper equipped, you can't actually use the magic until you learn it. And... no, not going to use it. Soaz has a flail equipped at the moment, so that is why she can't use runic. Snare, that's it. Yeah, just... Oh, ironically, didn't do it that time, but you saw it previously. Yeah, and I can just sort of things whole. So, that cute little bunny at the very beginning of the game that can one-shot you if you get the scenario right. I don't think it ever actually could use the move. I don't think it's coded to. It's just some enemies have these abilities that only come out when Gao uses them. So whilst Stray Cat is the most useful for dealing damage to individual things, I'm actually going for Rodox with this one because he can just one-shot normal enemies. It's quite useful when I was grinding up. There we go. Yeah, so 2 magic points. Magic points are what you'll use to learn magic from the Espers. So let's just have a look, see. So we've done a few battles now, and he's basically already learned Bolt. Bolt 2 is not far behind. Poison, yeah. So it doesn't take too long for these things to happen, really. So that's some Jidor. Oh, headband. Neato! Goodbye! I like to think every time he uses that move, that this whatever enemy is just sucked into this void with no gravity, and they're just stuck floating there for the remainder of their lives. And it's the same void for every enemy that gets sucked there, so it will just slowly fill up with more and more things being X-zoned, so to speak. Alright. So he was on 50% before. Cyanus. And from that is... So, 20%, so 10% a point. Nice. Right. Let's not... Yes. Alright. Good to know, but how do I get to the southern continent? Can you take me? Ooh, I wonder if the auction house is good to go. No, just want to buy some things. I want to spend my money. What would you, rich man? Oh, you're down here now. Oh, I remember this. Impresario. He is the head at the concert hall, or whatever it's called, down south. Oh, a letter. That person dropped it off. Or did they drop off? Well, let's read it. Yeah, he could have been. It's quite a rural world. Yes, so meet Setzer. His weapon is cards. None before. Ace ever did it in Type 0. But if Setzer's wandering, how do we meet up with him? How can we potentially find him? Guess we go speak to Emperor Zero. Whatever his name was. Emperor Zero. Blah blah blah. So we go down here. Oh, that mind candy. To the void with you. Hey, it's Sonic. Now we're in business. Man, this really goes to show how useful Sabanand or Edgar is. We've got a team of 4, not under-leveled at all, and it's taking us a little while to get through this team of 4 enemies. Just having either of those here just one-shot everything in one go. So useful. I mean, yeah, you can potentially have Cyan use Quadra Slam and he might hit all 4 enemies, but that's pretty slim. Right. Next time, we're going to go have a feast of the eyes and ears.